Good morning, Magic! I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast, and in my set booster unboxing video, I asked all of you what you wanted me to open up next, and the answer was clear: Strixhaven collector boosters. So today I'm going to crack 10 of these open and show you everything that's inside. What should I open up next? Draft booster box, the commander decks? Let me know in the comments down below. But for now, let's get cracking. All right, here we go. Strixhaven Collector Booster Box in all its shiny glory. There's normally 12 boosters in each one of these. This box I'm holding right here only has 10 because a different team at Wizards needed 2 of them, but I got the remaining 10 to open up with you all. And I am so excited. I actually haven't seen some of the treatments in person before. I've never held a Japanese Mystic Archive card. I opened up some of the normal Mystic Archive cards in the set booster box earlier this week. But yeah, super excited about this. So without any further ado, let's get cracking into these 10 remaining booster packs. And because I know somebody will ask, this playmat, everyone always loves this playmat, which is why I'm using it again today. This is from Coral Sword down in Houston. It's a great game store down there. They sell a lot of Magic, do some really cool Magic stuff. Go check them out if you want to check out this playmat. All right, I'm not sponsored or anything, just like the store. All right, here we go. Collector booster number 1. Let's crack this open and see what awesome shininess we get. Gonna kick it off with a bunch of foils. If you know the gist of collector boosters, you're gonna start with foils here at the front. So shiny. Bunch of just sweet common and uncommon foils, which are cool. Don't get me wrong, but now we get into the real spicy stuff. So set down these commons. Here's a foil Poet's Quill. Creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. You learn a little bit when you use it. There is a dedicated commander slot in each one of these. So here is Promise of Loyalty for one of the new commander cards. Ooh, wow, we are starting this off on the right foot here. Full art, Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, and Will, Scholar of Frost. That is pretty awesome. Wow. Starting our Strixhaven lessons off with a bang. You know, I remember when I made Rowan and Will in Battle Bond. I was asked to put the characters in the set, and I had no idea how integral to the story they were going to become. And certainly Strixhaven was, a long ways off at that point. It was really just a glimpse in anyone's eye. And now Rowan and Will have made it all the way here. That is so cool. All right, on to Cultivate. So here is Cultivate, and this is one of the foil etched Cultivates. So you'll notice that the foil etched treatment is really subtle on these. You kind of see it here in the corners and on the side, but you do still get it definitely to gleam when you like twist the card like this. It shows up. It is more subtle for sure than the Commander Legends ones. Now, I wasn't on the team that did the foiling for this set. I wasn't involved with making this happen, but I am curious what everyone in the comments thinks. Do you like this kind of foiling treatment? Do you like it a little more subtle? Do you like it when it's very full card like the Commander Legends ones? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll pass your feedback along to the team that worked on the set, and we can try and find whatever you all like the most and put it in more sets, or if some people like each, well, we'll do a little bit of each going forward. Super cool, though. And yeah, the foil etched treatment can go a lot of different ways. There's a lot of pretty interesting stuff you can do with it. So these a couple different directions that we've seen here between Commander Legends and this, and a lot of stuff in the middle. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. So there's a foil etched card. We've got this. This is Krosan Grip. This is the Japanese Mystic Archive, and wow. Holding this in my hand is so cool. These are just so unbelievably gorgeous. I love that it even maintained the little split-second gag. If you're not familiar, on split-second cards in Time Spiral, there is this art gag where there's this little line that goes across the art, and it shows the moment of it changing from whatever it was into whatever happened. Split second happens at instant speed. If you don't know what this card does, it destroys an artifact or enchantment, but it has split second, so it can't be responded to. And that was kind of the Time Spiral gag we used there. So it's really neat that the artist making the rendition of this spell did that again here. So that's pretty cool. We've got Foil Strategic Planning. Check out the foiling. I love the 3 cards there. That is rad. I feel like I could just keep going back and forth on this all day. Mark Rosewater talks about lenticular design, but this is about as close as you come to like a lenticular Magic card. That's pretty cool. Foil, borderless, multiple choice. One of my favorites, favorite lines of rules text in the set right here, where it's written like a multiple choice test, where if X is 4, do all of the above. That is awesome. Cool opening. And then we get our foil token at the back with an elemental on one side, and it's double-sided, so a pest on the other side. Oh, look at that. Look at that little cute pesty boy. That's pack number 1. Let's go on to, I'll leave these out. I think I'll leave, it's so hard to do the piles of things I want to keep out, because basically we want to keep it all out. But anyway, that's pack number 1, a good start. Let's go on to pack number 2. Yeah, Foil Ronin Will is one of the hottest opens I could imagine right there. It's like literally on the front of the box. Well, not this box, on the front of like this box, but you know. That's right, there's the booster box. Bringing it into the collector booster opening. All right, so let's kick it off. We have our 8 foil commons and uncommons here. Ooh, foil Killian, that's cool. I know a lot of folks are excited to build this in Commander. And all right, here we go. Into the rares, we get Retriever Phoenix, Borderless Riona Fire Dancer, and this is how you get the borderless cards from those Commander decks, right? So I know a lot of Commander players love blinging out their decks. Well, without putting it in the collector boosters, the alternate art versions of it, or not alternate art, but borderless versions of it would make a ton of sense. So there's Riona, very cool. We've got Sparring Regimen as our borderless rare here in this pack. This is Duress, I believe. Mystic Archive Duress, and you know if you haven't checked out, by the way, that's the expansions, or the color of the expansion symbol right there, which is pretty cool. And this is one of the foil Japanese ones. So once again, it's very subtle. You'll see it around the text box, especially in the little pin line down here. It's kind of gives a whole gloss to the card and the text box there. So very subtle foil etching, but it just adds a nice little like refined elegantness to the card. So that's what's going on here. And once again, if you have any comments on this style and the style on the other Mystical Archive cards and the Commander Legends one, please post it in the comments down below. I would love to be able to relay all of that to the team that works on these. I know a lot of folks put a bunch of time into figuring out all the cool treatments for Strixhaven. So, all right, we've got Crux of Fates. This uses this foil etch treatment right here. And this is Infuriate. This is a full-on foil one, right? So we saw the strategic planning last time. That was the global release version, and this is the Japanese Mystical Archive. Oh, Infuriate. That's awesome. I love how all these strands are foiled right here. That's super cool. Get in with this combat trick in limited. And in constructed too. Sometimes you just need to, if you're trying to lightning bolt your opponent's face and they don't block, it's as good as bolt. And then we got a foil Rushed Rebirth at the end, borderless, or extended art rather. And then Spirit right here, Spirit and a Treasure. So not shabby, not too shabby. All right, let's kick into the next booster here. Oops. All right. Thrilling Discovery. I know a lot of folks are excited about this one for dredge decks in older formats. Discard 2, draw 3, gain some life. That one's for you, Aaron Campbell. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get a lesson at the end. All right, here is foil Vanishing Verse. This is our borderless Commander deck card, Healing Technique, one of the 5 Demonstrate cards. Demonstrate being a new mechanic. I'm sure when I open up the Commander decks, we'll talk a little bit more about how that came to be, but we tried a lot of different things for this slot. One of the big changes that happened in Demonstrate was that originally you had to do it, but it was just too much of a feel bad. Too many times you didn't want to give someone else a thing, so it became optional. I thought that was a great change to the mechanic of you get it once, and if you want, you give somebody else a thing to do it twice. Fervent Mastery. This is part of the Mastery cycle, or the cycle where you can pay less mana, and your opponent gets a copy of it, or an effect of some kind. Not necessarily a straight copy of it. It's not Demonstrate. It's interesting actually to open these up together because Demonstrate cycle was inspired by this cycle. It was like, what if we did something like this but for Commander, and that's how this came to be. All right, here is our foil etched Claim the Firstborn. See that foil etching on the sides there. Once again, it has this really cool, like, kind of just a little sheen to the card. When you tilt it, your eyes just grab onto that a little bit. Makes it look like you're sitting down at a fancy restaurant, you know. Pretty cool. Play this in your standard decks. And this, which is, okay, now I don't know all these. I think is this Tendrils of Agony? Looks like, yeah, there's a 2 down here. I'm going to guess this is Tendrils of Agony. We'll play a fun little guessing game of how well does Gavin know the Japanese Mystical Archive cards. And I certainly don't know them by art. I'm going to have to guess them based on mana cost alone. But that's pretty sweet. Yep, and there's, whew, so fancy. Catches the light so well there, that foil etch treatment. All right. And then here is a foil, and I think this is Agonizing Remorse. Is that the one where you look at their hand and make them discard a card and you lose 1 life? Pretty sure that's what this is. And then we got, foil Memory Lapse, I believe, for this one. I just feel like these packs are just full of awesome stuff. Like, I've gotten so many of these amazing, I love these Japanese Mystical Archive cards. Like, I just want infinity of these. Oh my gosh, this is so shiny. I feel like I'm at a disco rave. I have to put like a strobe warning on this video now after doing this. Anyway, I got strobe warning. Elemental and Pest, another Elemental Pest token. All right, I'm just gonna keep all these opens in 1 stack just because they're all pretty exciting. So, although that Rowan and Will so far takes the cake for me. All right, on to the next booster. Go through our commons. Pillar Drop Rescuer, the Shield Mage, yep. Campuses. This card is super exciting. This is a new area for white to play in. 2 mana, 2/1 that essentially draws you a card when it comes into play. Really happy to give white this kind of effect. Ooh, a foil legend. That's nice. I love uncommon legends, and this is pretty interesting commander build around too. You can do some fun stuff with this. But now into the hotness right here. We've got basic conjuration, 7 commons, and then you get your 1 lesson, 1 guaranteed lesson. And in this case, we got a rare one. All right. Woo, yes. Here's our foil mythic rare, the much discussed Jadzi, Oracle of Arcavios, and Journey to the Oracle. This card has been very highly discussed, so be interested to see how this plays out in standard, but it's pretty exciting. We've got Perplexing Test from the Commander deck right here. Another basic conjuration for when the 1 conjuration just isn't enough. This one's borderless though. Agonizing Remorse. This is the English Agonizing Remorse in that foil etched treatment. Japanese, and this is Brainstorm, I believe. I love the cat Brainstorm. You're gonna want a lot of these for your legacy decks, and just other decks. I play Brainstorm and Commander a decent amount. Foil Infuriate. Hey, this goes with our Japanese Foil Infuriate. They can be buddies. Actually, I'll hold this because I have a fun story to tell. Whoa! Foil Inquisition of Kozilek. Yeah, this is the one Eldrazi references you will find on this plane. That is nice. I love the rendition of like what they think about Kozilek. It's like almost as if it's written in the in the archive. That's pretty cool. And then our foil Fractal / Treasure. So the thing I wanted to show that is kind of cool is I'm going to pull out that full Infuriate we got a moment ago in a couple booster packs ago now. Here's full Infuriate. Okay, so the fun fact about these guys is that the artists for both were given the same art description. So they got the same description and then worked with it. And as you can see, they came out entirely different. But it's pretty cool that we sent them, 2 different artists, same description, that you got to see both renditions of it. It's just neat to see how different cultures work for different audiences, and yeah, super awesome. I think that's a neat little twist. All right, on to the next pack. I think this puts us at halfway through right here. This is the halfway mark. Because I've got 5 packs left in there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then our lesson, Elemental Summoning. We can use all those 4/4 tokens we've opened up so far for this. All right, we've got Fury Calm Snarl. This is a good dual land to have around. I'm sure this will see plenty of standard play. Onto our commander card, the Trudge Garden. We've gotten some questions about the Trudge Garden, and once again, I'm sure I'll talk about this when I unbox the commander decks. Could this have been white? Well, the fact that it makes a 4/4 token is a little outside of white's wheelhouse. Green makes big tokens, but you could do something like this in white and make multiple smaller tokens or things like that. So there's definitely space for stuff like this in white. We've seen Dawn of Hope, and life gain triggers are on the table for white. Although Dawn of Hope, I know, has plenty of other discussions around it. Ooh, yeah, baby. That is Shadric Silverquill Borderless. Alternate art. Very nice. These packs are just, these are a delight to open. All right. And then on to, all right, is this is Snakeskin Veil, I think? I see the +1/+1. I see the 1 down here. I think this is Snakeskin Veil. Very cool. Let's kind of see just the pop a little bit there. These are great. Abundant Harvest. Oh, what set is this from, you might ask? Well, interesting. What set is this from? I've never seen this card before. This isn't a previously existing Magic card. Where is this from? Well, you'll know soon enough. I think we've already said somewhere, but just in case we haven't, I guess I won't say. But you'll see this card very soon. It's a preprint card, though, which is kind of cool. All right. Oh, yes. Defiant Strike. This is maybe the most excited I've been in my life to open up a Defiant Strike, but this is one of the most talked about arts from the set. That is just so good. I love that this treatment makes you just care about cards that you would not feel this way about normally. It's like normally Defiant Strike, great, it's common, whatever. +1/+0, draw a card. But here, it's like, yes, give me this Defiant Strike. I want to frame this and put it on my wall. Oh, that's awesome. And then I foil Borderless Dragon's Guard Elite at the end there. And Spirit/Pest. So many pests. Makes sense to show up a lot. You're usually making multiples of them too, so. Alright, on to the next booster pack. Okay. Let's go through our 7 commons here. And onto our lesson. Expanded Anatomy. Get your Froggy Boy in a foil there. Alright, got a foil Silverquill Silencer for our foil rare. Nice. Very nice. That's great. Here is a Borderless Ink Shield, or Extended Art Ink Shield. Cool new commander card. This was definitely inspired a lot of discussion around, is this too swingy? But I love these kind of cards. I think they generate stories, which is really, really nice. Borderless Pestilent Cauldron / oops. Well, that's on the floor now. We might never see it again. And it is Restorative Burst. All right, here's Opt, and it's foil etched goodness. I love how the etching on this like almost keys into the gold in the art, which is pretty cool. Nice. All right. Whoa, baby. There it is. Demonic Tutor. Yes. Give me that Demonic Tutor. This is going to go right into some of my commander decks. In fact, I think my Rats deck needs a Demonic Tutor because I moved it into my Prosh deck, so that's going in. Adventurous Impulse. Very nice. Selfless Glyph Weaver. Deadly Vanity on the other side. The Wrath and a Creature hanging out together. And then you've got Spirit and Pest right here. All right. We got, looks like 4 more packs left. All right. Kick it off with our 7 commons or uncommons. 10 the pests. No, just sacrifice a creature and get some pests. No problem. Inkling Summoning as our little lesson. Dramatic Finale. Oh, that looks awesome in foil. Love the way the art is highlighted. It really like lines with the border of the card so well. I don't know how well my camera's picking it up, but it really, like, the art really does align with this super well. Oh, and it's all foil. It's super cool to see. All right. Dramatic Finale, our commander card is Rousing Refrain. I love that we brought back these suspend cards. This is a keying off of a cycle from Future Sight, which is pretty cool. There's a cycle of like Arc Blade and Chromatic Escape that resuspend. So this is a red commander size version of that. I want to do a whole new cycle of these. We'll see if we can make that happen. I'll keep trying to put them into sets. Got a Borderless Draconic Intervention. That's cool. All right, Thrill of Possibility in that foil etched treatment here. So thrilling, so much possibility. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. Fun fact about this card is, I know I'm just gonna tell a random story. Maybe no one cares about it, but if you care about it, maybe you'll find it interesting. Originally, this card was in M13, and as it might have been a sorcery, but it was an M13, and we decided at the last minute to nerf it and add an extra red into the mana cost and made it Wild Guess because we were worried about Reanimator decks. And so I'm glad that we finally got to this version eventually. I feel like this plays a lot better and helps out like your blue-red instant and sorceries deck and a lot of other stuff. Anyway, fun design fact for you. Ooh, nice. This is Electrolyze, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what other one blue-red thing that clearly draws a card down here would be. Very nice. We've got Foil Duress. Oh, my mind, it hurts so much. I love that all of these, just like little strands are foil. I could get lost in looking at that, which is probably the intent. I gotta be careful with this one. And then, the best Mystical Archive card on the sheet, Mana Tithe. This is Chef's Kiss. It's an act of brilliance to put this on the bonus sheet. You will always have to play around Mana Tithe, and the moment you don't, you're going to get Mana Tithe. This is one of my favorite cards in all of Magic because it is a 1-white mana counterspell. Many discussions right now as to if we could put something like this in a standard set right now. You have to wait and see if and when that does happen someday, but I know I love this card so much. I cannot wait to get people with Mana Tithe. Inkling and Fractal. In fact, I had it in my MTG Arena pool for sealed, and I couldn't play white, and I was so sad because I really wanted Mana Tithe people. But white was not quite deep enough in that sealed pool, but anyway, hopefully I'll get one eventually. Got a lot of Strixhaven left to play. All right, go through our 7 commons here. Oh, look at the little frog wizard. The Burrog Befuddler. Great name. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Environmental Sciences. Gets you whatever land you do. I think this card actually has like a lot of play, given that it's a 2 colorless card. Any deck can play it, and it finds you a basic and gains you 2 life. This is the kind of colorless lesson I could totally see actually showing up in a lot of places, because it goes in any deck. So if you're playing 5 color, it'll always fix your mana for you. If you want to run a splash in your blue-red deck and don't have any mana fixing, this will fix your mana for you. So, I don't know. This is the kind of card that like you look at and it looks like an unassuming common no one ever plays with. But then, 6 months later, it's like seeing standard play or something, Remember Attune with Aether, right? That card is very innocuous land finding common for 1 mana, but saw a ton of play. Oh, hello, Paulo Vitor Damo de Rosa in foil. There's a foil elite spellbinder for you. I've got a video with Ari Nie next week where we talk through a bit about white color pie stuff. We have a good chat about this card, so you will want to check it out. Borderless Eudora Gravegardener. Yeah, so this card had mini versions, and eventually I think Corey, the lead designer, kept asking Tayback, the rules manager at the time, hey, can we just get, or at least Tayback was the one assisting with this, I believe. Hey, can we just do it face down as a forest land? And I think it worked out eventually. I mean, I know it worked out. Here's the card. And there's some weird rules interactions. You have to ask Tayback about them. He's answered them on Twitter. But yeah, super cool and Borderless too. Retriever Phoenix. Here is the Borderless version of that card. And this is another Agonizing Memories, I think it's called. That's not the right name. Agonizing Memories is a different card, but Agonizing Remorse. Look at their hand, take 1, you lose 1 life. You can also get it out of their graveyard, too. All right. Approach of the Second Sun. One of my favorites. Love drafting this card. This is a card that I'm just like super happy is in the archive because you'll just play and it'll show up sometimes, and it's kind of awesome. Very cool. Foil Shock. Zzz, zap you. Shock. classic since Tempest. It's got Rawl Zarek flavor text, which is kind of cool too. Oh, nice. Nice. This one is really cool. I love how the foiling looks on this, because you know it really makes the figure stand out in the artwork. And it's part of the cool thing, you know, with these Japanese foils is that the name. What you notice is that the name bar, or just for all the cards in the Mystical Archive treatment, the name bar is on the left aligned as opposed to on the top aligned, like basically every Magic card in history, and it allows the art to come all the way up to the top, which just looks pretty cool. Which one is this? What card is this one? I actually do not remember. It's got a 1 and a 3. Is this Revitalize? Maybe? I have a cheat sheet over here. Let me take a look. Oh, Gift of Estates. Nice. All right, well, I was wrong about that one. And then we got our Elemental Pest. If you've been playing along with the little guessing game of what the Mystical Archive cards are at home, let me know how many you got correct in the comments down below. All right, here are 7 foil commons or uncommons. Ooh, that's a nice lesson. Academic Probation. The foiling on this I love. Check out those like little strands. That's a great foiling treatment. Hats off to the team. There's a team that works on like picking which parts of the cards are foil. A lot of really hardworking folks on the production team, like Marsha, and anyway, they did a fantastic job. That's a really great one. We've got goodbye, huge stack of cards. We've got Cayenne, Dean of Substance, modal double-faced card with Ibrahim on the backside. And I would stare at this longer, but just saw what the next card is, and I'm so excited because it is a Borderless Archaeomancers Map. Yeah, this is going to be a big Commander staple, so I'm pretty happy with this. This is also a card I talk with Ari about next week. I think you'll be very excited to hear the results of that discussion. I've heard so many people talk about this card. So, yeah, this is going to be a staple in white Commander decks. And we're basically trying to not make Commander staples for the most part, except for in white, where we know it needs the assistance. So, Archaeomancer's Map is definitely an attempt at something like that. I'd be curious to know what you all think when you get to play it. Here's a Vilda, Dean of Perfection, in that treatment. Extended art treatment. And a Sari on the backside. Defiant Strike. Or excuse me, that was the other one, not Guided Strike, Defiant Strike. Guided Strike is 2 mana, +1/+0 for a strike. But anyway. Very cool. We've got, this is Stone Rain, I believe. You can live all your favorite LD dreams out with this. Be happy, Cube April. This one's for you. This is Negate. I know this one because it's in my MTG Arena sealed pool right now. And then Framed, or Tempted by the Auric at the very end here. As our Borderless foil. Not Borderless, excuse me, Extended Art. Apologize for getting that terminology backwards. And then we got our Spirit and our Treasure Token. All right, one more booster pack. Let's see what we got. Definitely a lot of highlights so far, but room for one more here. The Archaeomancer's Map is awesome. That's going to go to decks. The Demonic Tutor is awesome. The Rowan and Will double-faced are awesome with the Borderless, but maybe there'll be something else in this one. Let's find out. All right. Here we go. Fractal Summoning is our lesson after all those commons. Then we go to the Magma Opus. I got by this card on Arena earlier. Someone had 10 mana and played the double or copy your next spell and then cast Magma Opus. I did not win. I did not win that game. Another great foiling treatment too. Love how that's kind of foiled out there. Hey, we got both refrains. That's kind of funny. We got the Inspiring Refrain and the other one. We want to put them side by side because I feel like that'll tell a good story here. Let's see what they look like side by side. Because you're probably curious too, right? And if you're not curious, then you're just gonna have to hang in there or skip forward on this video by about 20 seconds. Whatever will make you happy. You know, don't let me tell you what to do with your life. Is it further back than this? Where is it? The refrain, looking for the refrain. Not gonna give up. I know it's in here. I'm curious what you all think about this refrain cycle, because like I said, I'd like to do more of them. But if people don't like them, then I probably shouldn't. I should probably restrain myself on the refrains. There we go. So let me know in the comments down below if you like these or not. But I just want to put them side by side because that seems kind of cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah, see, it's kind of like two images of the same people hanging out, right? Just at different moments. Almost, it's gorgeous. Just putting them right next to each other like that. Anyway, that's the thing I wanted to do. Here is our extended art Strixhaven. This card's had a lot of discussion. Play this with bounce lands, for example. Pretty sweet. Any trigger you are happy if it doesn't happen, that's great to play with. Phyrexian Dreadnought, go nuts. This is Cultivate, I believe. That's really nice. Another card's just going to go right into my commander decks. I feel like one awesome thing about these collector boosters, every time I open one, I'm just like, yep, that'll go into a deck, right? Every single one I open is like, I will find a card for my deck in here, which is pretty great. There's Despark by Mark Tadine, which is really cool. Got that great kind of throwback. His great throwback style there. Foil Snakeskin Veil. Protect your creature. Ranger's Guile, got nothing on you. And ooh, a foil extended art Shine's Shadow Snarl. So we'll see a lot of play in plenty of mana bases. And we'll end with our foil elemental and pest. So all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, lots of highlights here, but definitely, first of all, just seeing these Japanese Mystical Archive cards is a total delight. I love, love, love seeing how these turned out. These are fantastic. So cool. And then, you know, I think especially that the Demonic Tutor, yeah, but just to go back, oh, there it is, Demonic Tutor. It's so cool how it goes all the way to the edge. But it's that on the top, because that just doesn't really happen. But all the way back to the first pack, that Ronin Will is going to make me very happy. This will go right into a bunch of decks. I predict this will see plenty of people trying this out in Standard and other places. So very exciting stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's everything for today. There's a lot to talk about here, so let me know what you think about all of it and some of the questions I asked in the comments down below. And also let me know what you want me to open up next. Do you want me to open up that draft booster box, the commander decks? Post that in the comments too, and I'll do whatever seems most popular on Monday. Well, and speaking of that, I will talk with you again on Monday with my next opening. But in the meantime, if you can get your hands on some Strixhaven cards this weekend, I hope you enjoy and find just what you're looking for. You got this.
I didn't like how there wasn't any depth to the painting and there wasn't any interaction with the viewer, and I really liked that. So I made the one I call number 4 here, and I thought that was too human maybe. I mean, she was supposed to be a dryad and all that. So I ended up with the one called number 3,